Hi everyone, my name is Cece. Some of you may recognize me from my Snapchat, and some of you have never seen me before. I have been posting topic related rants on my Snapchat for about 3 months now, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it. And because of the positive feedback, people have also asked, why don't you make longer videos? Do you have a YouTube channel? And at first I was very hesitant because I was like, no, like that's totally out of my element. But I decided, why not give it a shot? So here I am making my first YouTube video. Um I will be talking about depression and anxiety and PTSD. All three I have myself. I got diagnosed when I was 13. Um so let's just get started. Um, so, as I just said, I got diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and PTSD when I was 13. PTSD stands for post traumatic stress disorder, and you get PTSD from many different things. It depends on the person. Mine happened to be from a traumatic experience, and post traumatic is the after part of all of it. And so, with that comes flashbacks. Sometimes people get hallucinations. I get nightmares from it, and I've had flashbacks, and it all feels very real, and it's very, very scary. Yeah. So, my PTSD comes from my childhood. I was sexually abused by a family member when I was 8 years old up until I was 13. And it ruined my life, to say the least. Um, it was very, very difficult, and during that period of time, I started self harming. I was cutting myself, and I didn't stop until I was 17. So it was about 4 or 5 years of an everyday, constant me self harming. And um, I felt as if I had nobody. I isolated myself. I started getting into trouble, and I unfortunately started smoking weed, and I would occasionally drink with friends that I'm no longer friends with. Um, and I just surrounded myself with a lot of negativity, and that was the worst decision I've ever made. I started going to therapy when I was 13, and I stopped once I was 17 because me and my therapist both both agreed that I was stable enough to just really start handling things on my own. And during that time, I discovered a way to wean off the self harming, if that's the term that I should use, I guess. Um, I started focusing more on my art, and I put all of my energy towards that versus cutting myself every day. I was still self harming, but it wasn't a daily thing. And then I eventually just stopped. I lost one of my really good friends, and um, it was just a really big wake up call that I needed to appreciate my life. I needed to know that I was worth fighting for myself, not just for anyone else, but for me. And so I stopped self harming February 12th of 2015. And it's been 2 years, and here I am. I'm happy as ever. About a year ago, I stopped taking my antidepressants and anxiety meds. Not just like I just randomly was like, you know what, like screw it, I'm done taking them. No, it was a whole process. And so I got off of those, and I really just focused on myself. I basically had a mental breakdown and realized this is not the person I wanted to be, and this is not where I wanted to be in life. And I needed to surround myself with positivity versus negativity, because if you have negative energy, that's what you're going to attract. If you have positive energy, that's what you're going to attract. And so once I became a positive person, not gonna lie, I lost friends. Um, I wasn't the same person they were used to being around, and so they stopped being my friend, and that's fine. Why? Because now I have better friends. I have people that understand and want me to do good in life and just want the best for me. And I have a beautiful girlfriend who is very supportive of me and my family, and I have reconnected and they're there for me. So, really changing my life the past couple of months is what saved my life. I was also suicidal at those very low points. I think by the time I was 17, I had tried to kill myself 3 times, 4 times. Um, I have a hair, and I don't know where it's at. Anyway, um, and thank God they didn't work. I'm here. I appreciate my life so much more than I did prior, and I'm thankful for all of it because I'm such a strong-minded woman, and I'm independent, and I value and know my worth because I know what I'm capable of. I know all the hell that I went through to get to where I'm at now. So, um, that was just my personal experience. I just wanted to share that so everyone knows I'm not just speaking on something I have no idea what I'm talking about. No, I been there, done that, still going through it. It's not like every day I'm just the happiest person ever. No, I still have the days where I'm just like, damn, let me just lay in bed all day. Like, I don't want to move. I don't want to be around anybody. But my support system is like, no, you need to get up. You need to go do something. And even for myself, I'm like, you know what? No, get up. Just, even if you're just in your room moving around, do something. And that's all you can do because tomorrow's a brand new day. You can't carry that negativity onto the next day. Just leave it behind. It's going to be in the past and you're going to be okay. So, with depression and anxiety, depression is basically where you feel an overwhelming sense of sadness, but sometimes you don't even know why you're sad. It's just like, oh, damn, like I just really feel sad, but I don't know why. And with anxiety, it's it's a very high level of anxiousness where you get scared in a sense of certain things. You get this overwhelming sense of worrying about certain things. Like for me, I my anxiety really comes from my stress. So when I'm super stressed out, my anxiety is on 1,000. Um, and when I get really mad or my feelings get hurt, that's when my depression is on 1,000. Like, there's certain things that trigger you and your mental illnesses, and it really brings you down. So, you know, uh, there's a lot of different ways that people handle their depression and anxiety. They're not all healthy. I know it because I've done the unhealthy ones. I was self harming, I was drinking, I was smoking, I was getting into trouble, I was lashing out at everybody else that wanted to help me, and um, that's not the way you go about things. Some of the positive ways that I personally really is my outlet is reading. I write a lot. I have so many journals, and my art. My art and writing is what really saved me and helped with everything because when I write, I get everything down on paper and then I don't think about it because I'm like, okay, it's out. Even if I don't tell somebody, it's out there. It's fine. And so I really encourage anyone with depression and anxiety to really start a journal, even if you just write like a couple of sentences about what's going on and what's really on your mind. It helps because you feel a sense of relief like, okay, it's out there. I don't have to stress about it. It's going to be okay. And I also encourage anyone if your depression and anxiety is really really bad, I encourage you please go get help. see a therapist, get on those antidepressants, get on anxiety medication. I'm not saying you have to be on it for the rest of your life. Like, clearly I wasn't. I was on it for 4 years, 4 or 5 years. So, you know, but it helps you. It helps you control your mood swings and get things under control to where you can finally stabilize yourself. So, I really encourage everyone to just get help, please. It is such a relief to know that you have one person, even if it's just one person, that you can run to and go to about anything that's bothering you. um, you know, it's not an easy thing to go through. Mental illness is such a serious problem that no one wants to talk about. Everyone wants to pretend like it's not a serious thing, but it is. It's one of the main causes amongst teenagers from, 10 years old until their early 20s for suicide, for self harm, for people acting out and lashing out because they feel like they have no other way to express those emotions. But I'm here to tell you that you do and that you're not alone. I was in your position. I'm still in your position. Even though I'm genuinely happy and in a way better place, I still have my bad days. I still have the days where it consumes me and I feel like I'm never going to get out of it. But then I realize tomorrow's a new day. And that's all you can do. You can only take it day by day. You can't think about the future because then it's going to fuck with your anxiety. Excuse my language. And you can't think about the past because dwelling on the past is not going to change anything. It happened. You can't take it back. You can't change it. You can't do anything. All you can do is think about right now. Think about yourself and really focus on that. I am going to put a couple of links down below. One is going to be for a 24-hour text hotline for suicide or just talking with someone about your depression, anxiety, and what's really going on. Because I know that some people's anxiety, you don't want to talk to a complete stranger on the phone. I know I wouldn't feel comfortable with talking to a complete stranger on the phone about my personal issues such as that. So you can text them. They reply within about 5 minutes or so. And the only time they will contact emergency services is if you are seriously at a point where you're going to hurt yourself or somebody else, or someone else is going to hurt you. And that goes with the suicide hotline that you can call as well. I'm going to put both down below. I will also be putting a couple of my social media on the bottom because I want you guys to feel as though you can talk to me. I'm very easy to talk to. I'm always open to listening. Even if you don't want me to say anything and just get it out, I'm here for that. I want you to know you have at least one person, even if that one person is me, and you live in Switzerland or, in Kentucky or New York, anywhere, I'm here. I want you guys to know that I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here for anything else but to spread love and to help you. And I really hope that I can do that. So, like I said, all of those links will be down below. Please like and subscribe, comment your own personal experiences. If you want to message me, please feel free to do so. You can also comment topics that you want me to talk about, and I am totally willing to do so. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you surround yourself with positivity and love. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, you guys.